Hey folks, my name is Pravus and welcome to Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. This is a game I've had my eye on for a while, and the best way I can describe it is this war of mine meets The Walking Dead, which is a very compelling combo, where ordinary civilians have to survive in impossible situations. The game is developed by Pickpock and published by Bolt Ray Games, who are the sponsors for today's video, and a very big thank you to them for that. Into the Dead has launched in early access starting today, and there is a demo available, so if you would like to learn more, you can find a link in the description down below, and I would encourage you to click on that. And without any further ado, let's get started. Now, the story of this game takes place in Walton, Texas in the 1980s, where we're going to be able to see from this cutscene here, which I will kind of breeze through, everything's kind of going poorly. There appears to be a zombie outbreak, and the city lies in ruins. Leadership has more or less abandoned us after all of the good thoughts and prayers in the world, and we're getting a message that we are really on our own. We need to get out of this city. Get out now, as fast as we can. And now we get to choose our pair of survivors, and there is quite a cast that we can choose from, each character having their own unique background and story, plus some different perks to change up their gameplay, and a downside that we will have to work around. For this playthrough, let's go ahead and try out Tracy and Wayne. These are, I think, the best default options, and they have a special emotional appeal because Tracy's pregnancy test came back positive on the night of the outbreak, so she is now a very determined mother who has the will to live, and she cannot consume any form of alcohol. Makes perfect sense. Wayne, for his part, is now going to be the protective father figure, but his background in the rodeo makes him a thrill seeker, and he can get pretty restless, so he's going to have to go out and exploring very frequently. Yeah, I like this choice. Let's get started. And welcome to the game. Now, I will be making use of a brief tutorial just to give us some early game sense of direction, but never fear, the tutorial does not last for very long, and we will be on our own pretty soon. So this game is broken up into two distinct phases. We have the base building and kind of character management state of the game, and then we do have scavenging as another phase. So for right now, each of our characters has three different metrics we need to track. There's hunger, there's rest, and there is sanity. And we need to restore all of those in the ways that you might expect. But the other cool thing about this game is, unlike other similar titles we played in the past where you really have like hours passing by and you have to make all your decisions on the fly, this game lets you kind of break things up into day and night and decide what actions you want your characters to take before you end the phase. So, as an example of what I'm talking about, let's take Wayne right now and say we want to go over here and go to this map and decide where we are going to do some more scavenging. And the game wants me to go to 38 Irving Drive, where we can find some resources, but there is a small threat presence. That's fine, we'll prepare the scavenge, we'll bring along some lock-picking tools, and this will be the action that Wayne will take. But now we get to go to Tracy and decide what we want to do with her. Now, she's a bit tired at the moment, so I don't think it's a bad idea to go over here and say, for this cycle, I want you to get yourself some rest and restore that, okay? And now that both characters have been assigned, now we can end the daytime cycle. So you have a bit of time, right? You're not under the gun to just kind of go fast. Think about what you want to do, make careful decisions, and then move forward. Scavenging, on the other hand, is a whole nother game. You're not on the clock, so you can take your time, but you really need to be cautious because during the night and during the day, the zombies are very much active. And if you get yourself in a bad situation, things can go south very quickly. So in this game, you are encouraged to sneak around, carefully check your corners, and think before you move into a room and what you're going to do, because if you accidentally trigger a swarm of zombies, you need to book it out of there. You cannot survive against a swarm. So over here, let's go to this truck and we'll start scavenging for some materials. We find some tape and metal. I like that. We'll go over to the house next. Now at the house, when you go to a door, you can press up against it and peek into a room to give yourself a clue if this is a dangerous area. Sometimes it is, sometimes it is not. If it is, though, of course you want to sneak around, and I happen to know right here there's going to be a zombie who is not facing us. We need to move past this guy. Right now he's not going to notice me. But if we stuck around for too long, he would. So I don't feel like fighting. Let's just go ahead and get out of there. Scavenge this area, find some food, I hope. Yep, some meat and some vegetables. Great. Periodically, as you scavenge, you will find some stairs or a ladder back over here. We can go ahead and climb this area and access a new zone on top of the roof with some more stuff. So always explore every nook and cranny. Now, this telescope may seem a little bit odd, but this is a vantage point. With this, we will be able to find new places that we can explore and scavenge, in this case, 3 new locations. So we definitely want to find that every time we go exploring. Over here we can find a bit more stuff. We find some scissors. That is a weapon. Good. Plus some clothes, some bottled water, and some beer. You know, I'm sure that Wayne wouldn't mind a little bit of beer after a stressful day of scavenging. Not Tracy, though. Tracy is pregnant, so she has to be a dedicated mother and be careful not to consume the alcohol. So managing her sanity is going to be a little bit tough later. All right, now this zombie's not facing us. If we sneak up behind it, we can use our weapon to go for a stealth kill, which I will do now. And it is a little bit brutal, you know, zombie apocalypse, it's always a little bit brutal. And our weapon did break. Be aware in this game that every weapon does have durability, so you want to be cautious how you use them. If you run out of a weapon at an important time, you're in trouble. In this case, though, we did find a hatchet in this shed, so that is great. Also some more lumber, plus some metal parts that we can use for some construction later. And that should be everything here, so we're going to go ahead and leave to the edge of the map and just run right back to the shelter. And that is going to end the first daytime cycle. Now we move on to the night, we have to assign new actions, and so on and so forth. Now, notice something here. The undead are attacking. See, in the top right, we have something here called barricades. The barricades are going to be worn down by the undead pretty much every day. It's a little bit random when they attack, but it's pretty much consistently at least once or twice a day. The problem is, the longer we stay in one place, the more the zombies are going to congregate, and they will do more and more damage as time goes on. So a big part of this game is actually about finding new places where you can relocate and reset that danger. In this case, we could go to Value Records. Not only does this have a threat and some supplies that we could gather, but it is a potential shelter location with a workbench, barricade, and a shelter bed already set up. So that's going to be important for us, and we have to do this for the sake of the tutorial. Let's bring along the hatchet, by the way. So yeah, always looking to move around, right? Never stay in one place for too long, never sit idle. That is how you die. Now, Tracy is looking pretty rested up at this point, but she doesn't really have much to do. We can't really construct anything that's that important right now. I really want to get things to the cooking area and the communal area. We need to find some fabric for that. So for now, what I'll do with her is I could go over here and we can use up some of our resources to build up a barricade, right? Spend some of our lumber and increase the strength of that barricade. You can do this multiple times in a night, by the way, but I don't feel like wasting all of my lumber, so this will have to be good enough. I'll add this to the queue, even though I know I'm going to relocate pretty soon. I don't feel like taking any risks. If this ever goes down to 0, we are going to die. So that's going to be her action for tonight, and then let's go ahead and scavenge once more in a new location. Once this tutorial is done, though, be aware, every location is actually quite dangerous and really can get out of hand very, very quickly if you are not careful. So hopefully we will avoid that in this video. Now up top, I do see that there is a zombie wandering around. Let's quickly scavenge our way up over here. I want to do a sneak attack if we can. In fact, what I'm going to do, instead of running wild, is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to wait for that zombie to pass. I don't think it's going to come downstairs, because I do not want to draw its attention if I can avoid it. I'll grab all of this stuff. What did we just find? Hold on, we got unidentified pills. Oh, that seems brilliant. Yeah, definitely take unidentified pills, right? Sure, that won't get anyone killed. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get up here now, because I think we should be able to do a stealth kill. And stealth kills are always preferable. Not only do they not draw as much attention, but they don't take as much of your durability, I believe. And it's also just generally less dangerous, because otherwise you get into a little combat minigame. And I don't feel like dealing with that. So that is one zombie down. Now, I happen to know that there is another one in this area, so let's go look through this door here. Now, this room is dark. Be warned that dark rooms can be really dangerous for you. Why? Well, there might be a zombie hiding in the corner and you just don't see it. This is where you want to hold down the right mouse button and just turn on your flashlight. Always check your corners, all right? I've had this happen to me before, and it absolutely can get you killed if you are not careful. Be afraid of the dark, always. All right, let's grab all these resources as well. Building materials are definitely at a premium for us right now. We want as many of those as possible. The game is telling me how to dodge and attack. I probably want to show you... Nope, there's no zombie over here. I want to show you how combat works, but it's not in this room, which is where it usually would be. So let's just go ahead and go upstairs. I don't think the zombie will be up here. So we'll go all the way over to the left. We'll go ahead and grab whatever's over here. We find... Well, we did find some fabric. That's actually really important. I need that to get the cooking station, so that is a phenomenal find for me. It's always random what you get, by the way. This game does generate new resources every time, so it's not a guarantee what you're going to find. Got 2 no locations. Okay, so now we can go to a couple different places with a lot more loot. That's great. And now we'll just go ahead and get ourselves downstairs, but I'm going to start sneaking again because I do want to be cautious and not draw any undue attention. Now over here, there's a room. I don't think it'll be in here. We'll check. Nope. There's a shortcut with this chair. We'll just go ahead and open this sucker up and then come through here. There's some trash bags to sort through. We find more building materials plus some fuel. Cool. Don't need that right now. And right here we find some food, a fry pan weapon. Okay, it's loud though. Yeah, I mean, there is damage, speed, and noise. You need to be aware of all of that. And then medicinal herbs. Okay. Well, we'll take the fry pan as a weapon. That's never a bad idea. Leave behind the unidentified pills. Take some meat. Leave behind some beer. Take the vegetables. Not that it matters too much, but we'll just do all this. We're going to come back. If we move our base here without having scavenged all the materials, we lose whatever we did not bring with us. So you definitely want to make sure that you... Whoops, dang it. I thought I was scavenging, but I was not. Attack, attack, and then get ready to dodge. And dodge now. Attack, and up. Got hit, got hit, got hit. Hold on, we got adrenaline. One more hit. Should do the job. There we go. So that was a little bit fast-paced, but what you would have seen there is we use our left mouse button to do some attacks, and then if they were going to wind up an attack, hit Q to do a quick dodge. Usually it seems to work out where you can do 2 quick attacks, then you do a dodge, and then attack, and so on. But it does depend on the speed of your weapon, and sometimes the zombies are a little bit different. So, yeah, always be on your toes, all right? Just play the little minigame and survive if you can. Try not to take too much damage. It can really mess you up. All right, our barricades are looking strong. We got a lot of resources. That's great. Wayne, I feel like you could use some rest. So we're going to go upstairs with you for now. And then we will have Tracy do some construction projects today. So let's plan on that, get all the way over here. And I want to get myself that cooking area now. Now, the good news is, even though we are going to transfer our base later on, anything we build up here, I believe, comes with us. At least so far in my tests, that seems to be the case. So don't worry about building up a cooking station, then changing locations and having to leave this behind. If you need this, go ahead and build it. So that's pretty good as far as some actions today. Let's go ahead and end the daytime, move on to nighttime. So now we have that. She's got gnawing hunger, so now's a great time to go ahead and do some cooking. We've got some meat and some water. Sure, we'll just go ahead and cook up 4 portions of food. We can do up to 5 actions in a day. But as long as we have the resources. But this should keep us tided over for at least a little while. Wayne, get back down to the map. We're going to explore that area one more time, get any of the resources that we had left behind, because I don't feel like missing out on anything for no stupid reason, right? So let's go ahead and do one more quick scavenge. And we already know that we cleared this area out. In fact, it says so in the top right. So I don't have to worry about any threats right now. This is literally just a quick cleanup and nothing else. And I did leave something behind over here, so that would have been bad. More fabric, medicine, scissors, and a broken pistol. Woo! See, if I had left that behind, that would have been super sad. Then we grab the rest of this stuff, and that should be good enough. Head on back to the shelter. Okay, easy day. Now we can move things over. That will take an entire cycle during the day or night, so be prepared for a bit of hard work. We do have some food ready to go, so what we can do is go to our characters like Tracy, hit the tab button to open inventory, and then just go ahead and double-click on this in order to feed her. We'll give her a couple of quick portions. The big issue with Tracy right now is her sanity. She can't have any alcohol, and we don't have anything else that we'll be able to use to boost up her morale, I think. Except, I don't know, maybe the unidentified pills. I don't think I want to do that. She's pregnant. That seems like a really stupid idea. So, yeah, we got to get ourselves a communal station as fast as possible. Okay. Well, I don't really have anything for her to do right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and let her take a quick nap. Got to keep her rest up. Or, actually, no, wait, sorry, what am I talking about? Better yet, let's go ahead and spend the cycle and just go ahead and move the shelter. We'll do that now. If the developers happen to watch this video, by the way, I would recommend adding one quick little note in here with the others, letting people know that when you move your base to a location, any ungathered materials are going to be lost. I could see that being a thing that would frustrate some people. I've done that, I've tested it, and now I know, so it's an easy thing to avoid, but it seems pretty avoidable by just telling people up front. All right, tutorial is now done, and we are on our own. Already the zombies are attacking. Well, isn't that just peachy? Very good. Okay, well, we should probably go ahead and reinforce those barricades right away. We are going to be staying here for at least a little bit. Could spend the rest of my lumber, but I want to hold off on that because you never know if I need a little bit more in order to construct another important workstation. So where do we want to go? We have a lot of different options to us now. Old Ballard, we could go to a gas station, some more places with shelters. The threat level can get pretty high in a few spots. That does scare me. I think what I'll do is go to Griffith and Sons Hardware. This has a lot of base resources I'm going to want, plus some weapons. So that could be good. I could bring the hatchet for sure. Doesn't have a lot of durability left, though, so we may not have enough. Do I bring along the frying pan as well? It's just noisy, and that scares me. Maybe I'd rather bring along some scissors for a stealth kill. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave behind the lock-picking tools because I can always come back later. I'll bet you we have to. And this will have to be good enough. Okay, everyone has an action assigned. Let's go ahead and move. So like I said, the game's about to get a lot harder. Like a lot harder. So be aware. If things go wrong, we're going to have to book it out of here. Now, you may think, by the way, those zombies in the background are no big deal. They are. If a zombie starts screaming for help, which can happen if you don't attack them fast enough, all the zombies in the background will also attack you. So that's a very good way to get swarmed. So, yeah, don't screw that one up. All right, we should have, I think, yeah, there's a zombie over there in the corner. We'll come back to that one. Let's gather up some planks. There's a screwdriver, so more weapons. That's good. Right here, what do we find? A lot of weapons. Wow, okay. So we are now fine as far as weapons are concerned. Is this guy going to notice me? I feel like we need to have him come and attack me. So I'm going to stop sneaking and just get him over here. Because if I don't, I feel like I'm going to have a problem later on. Hit, get ready to dodge. Dodge, I thought I dodged, but it didn't work. Hit, and you're dead. Okay, so we have our adrenaline. Our hatchet will be breaking here pretty soon. I could probably use it for one more stealth kill, but I'm not sure what else I want to do with it. Let's continue sneaking for a second, because there definitely are a lot more zombies in this. There's one right there. Hold on. Careful. And then... No, okay, for some reason, it didn't let me attack it. So that's unfortunate. Hit. Okay, get ready to run. And then hit. And... Okay, that should be it. All right, I don't think I trust the durability of this hatchet anymore. I don't want to lose any more health. So this can basically get dropped next time. Let's go ahead and swap over to... These are all very noisy weapons, aren't they? I don't really trust the screwdriver. I mean, I guess I'll take the rake as my next weapon, so let's just do that. You can see over my health bar which weapon we have equipped. And I don't feel like having a weapon that might break on me. So let's look around over here. I don't think we can go into this office. No. Let's look through here. This is a dark room. Okay. So this is one example where I want to use a flashlight. And there's no zombies in here. That's what? Yes, there is. There's one right there in that corner, isn't there? Yes, sir, there is. Okay. So we'll gather up what we can here. Pure alcohol, lockpicks. That's cool. I'm going to draw this thing's attention out as well. Okay, and then we're going to get ready to fight. Oh, gosh, dang it, I messed up. The timing of that was terrible. And dodge, hit, and dodge, and hit, and execute. Okay, we've definitely taken some damage here, but at least we dealt with that. Zombies absolutely could come up behind us right now, and that would be a huge problem. Let's see what we can leave behind. I don't need this. I don't need the electrical wires. Let's definitely take all of those fasteners plus some tape. And then let's continue sneaking around. Was there anything here I care about? The lockpicks? Yeah, I do care about that. Leave the scissors. Grab that. Let's see what else we have in here. I'm pretty sure there's a swarm in this house. I might be wrong on that. We're going to find out. Hopefully not the hard way, but be prepared to run for it if it looks like things are getting out of control. Okay, not... Oh, hang on. There is a zombie there. Maybe I can sneak up behind it. Sneak. Okay, we can do a quick execute there. That's great. So that takes care of that threat. Right here on this bag, what do we have? More stuff. I'll take what I can fit, which is not a lot. My rake already doesn't have a lot of durability left, so I'm starting to feel kind of nervous about staying here, if I'm honest. Oh, we can get up onto this roof. That ladder was a little bit sneaky. I might have missed that. Okay. I think up top it's... Whoop, it's not safe. I was wrong. I was going to say we're good, but I was very wrong on that. Timing there, a little messed up. Dodge, hit, execute, finish off. We're good. All right, I really don't want to fight anymore. So we're going to want to leave here pretty soon. Found the vantage point, so at least now I know of a couple more places that we can definitely go. I may want to swap weapons now. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I don't trust any of this. I'm going to go ahead and swap to the pipe. Always be quick to change your weapons. Do not let it break at a bad time. Wow, that was one heck of a jump, dude. I am impressed. Beautifully done. Ooh, okay. We'll drop the ladder. That's a easy place where we can do a shortcut. I see a zombie behind me that's probably about to call for help. So let's be careful. We may need to run for it in a second. What do we have here? Okay, there's several zombies. I feel like now's not a good time to deal with that. So we should plan on just skedaddling. Yeah? I think we skedaddle. I think we just get the heck out of Dodge. We will come back another time. For now, I'm happy with what we've got. Plenty of good materials. Bye-bye. Let's not take any stupid risks. Okay. Do you see how the game works? This is the gist of it. Now, I assume at some point we will probably find, like, let's say other... Oh, Trace is depressed. I assume we will find other characters that could join our group, or maybe people we can trade with, or something along those lines. That would make some sense. There are trading materials in the game. That's kind of why I have to assume that. Wayne, you need some medicine. Let's see, a healing kit, moderate amount of health. I feel like just... bandage, probably don't need sickness. Yeah, all right, let's go ahead and use a healing kit. So at the end of the day, or this phase, we'll regain a fair bit of health. Bandages are used to take care of things like bleeding wounds, medicine for sickness. I'm not worried about that right now. You could probably use some food, so let's give you a bit of meat stew. And then honestly, probably just let you rest. I think that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and put you to bed. Tracy, you're depressed, man. I don't know what to do about that unless we get ourselves a lot of fabric. I kind of need myself a lot of fabric to get a communal area. 2 more, specifically. We could have Tracy go scavenging tonight. Yeah, that... We could. Little scared of sending pregnant mama out there, but I mean, like, maybe. Is there any place that has a very low threat that I feel safe about? Maybe I'm being overly protective. Our former shelter, sure. Not there. Maybe the gas station? There's a garden here, apparently. So moving to the gas station might open up some new ways of getting food. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna bring along the lead pipe and a lockpick. And then hopefully this is good and we find more stuff as we go. There are potentially some weapons here. I have not used Tracy for scavenging in this game, so I'm a little nervous about doing this, but I'm hopefully not going to make a horrible decision. All right, so here we are at the Texway gas station. So let's see. This is actually a place I have not tried in the demo yet. I do not know what to expect for sure. I think I see a few zombies in the background, so if they start screaming for help, we are going to regret our situation. Let's see what we can find here. All right, good stuff. I need fabric, though. What did I just find here? Is this Coca-Cola? No, that's just a bottle. Good for a distraction. How do I do I... Oh, okay, hang on. If I hold down right mouse button, I can actually equip the bottle for a throw. So we can aim it. That would be a good way of getting the zombies out of my way. Sure. Okay, good to know that that exists. I like that. We may need that. That could be very relevant. I think, by the way, in this game, that when you were in a sneak state, if you vault, you should get back into a sneak state. Because if you mess that up and make a single footstep and they turn around, you're going to regret things. Why did this just appear on the ground? Whoa. Oh, places we could hide? Hold on. Awesome. All right, we can do a stealth kill this way. Hang on. Wait for the zombie to turn around, go over here, and execute. Okay. I did not know you could do those little sneaking hiding spots. That is great to know for the future. We will probably need that. And then what else can we find in here? Well, we find a bunch of candy. No, I don't know. We found a broken bottle. Well, that's a weapon. Scissors, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'll take it all for now, I suppose. I don't see anything up ahead yet, but there's more hiding spots. Scales. Sometimes you're going to find things that don't have an obvious use. You can dismantle them at a special workbench, but we need level 2 for that. So that's not going to be a thing for a bit. I'm going to leave behind a couple things I don't think I need, like medicinal herbs. Coffee, restore rest. I mean, good, but not what I need right now. Let's just leave our open space for a moment. Okay, let's hide for a second. I don't know. I don't think the zombie can open the door. Pretty sure. So we're going to want to sneak up behind it or open the door, let it come through here, and then attack it. I'm gonna just wait for it to path. Again, we're not in a rush, so I can afford to just take my time and be careful. Yeah, it's coming back now. We're just going to wait for it to pause. It then should path around, open the door, sneak up behind it, use the scissors this time since... Oh, never mind. I did not equip them. Well, I was going to try to save some durability on the pipe, but never mind. That's fine. Popping here real quick. Didn't see anything dangerous. I don't know, man. I'm just feeling an abundance of caution here, okay? Is that so wrong? I don't think so. I don't think that's wrong at all. I think that's exactly how you're supposed to play the game. All right, what do we have outside? Another zombie. Are you going to path or are you going to stay still? If you're going to stay still, I will equip the scissors this time. Looks like you stay still. Okay, good enough. Let's get up here, do a quick stealth kill. And it looks like we're set. Do the scissors break? They do. So that was the entire durability. Maybe the stealth kill does take a little bit of extra durability damage. What is this? Strange markings? A symbol has been hastily painted on the pavement near a manhole, partially covered by dust and grime. Okay. Well, we found something important, this weird star in a maze. Maybe that's relevant someday. Well, we could head back to the shelter, but I don't want to. The game is not saying that this area is clear, which is kind of concerning me a little bit. Oh, we can climb up here! Oh! Okay, didn't know we could do that. Cool. Let's see what else is up here then. Actually, hold on. There's a zombie up top. Good to know. Grab the pipe for a second until we can figure out what we want to do. We can hide, so lots of hidey spots. Lots more loot that I would have missed. Fabric! Thank God. All right, we got that. Tape, fasteners, clothes, I guess. Mostly for dismantling. We'll leave that behind for now. Looking around, there's another zombie. Do you path, or do I have to fight? Tracy don't want to do no fight. Oh, there's a second zombie. Okay. Again, making a lot of noise is dangerous here. So, how do I want to handle this? Great question. Can I throw a bottle? I could throw a bottle, but I bet you it sees me the second I open the door. Okay, hang on. We may have to make a run for it here. Let's open the door. We're sneaking. Let's throw a bottle. That will move it the other way. But I bet you... Ah, crap, we got seen. Okay, hold on. Hit it! Hit it! Get ready to dodge. Dodge! Hit! Hit! Dodge! Execute! Okay. And then hit, and then hit, and then dodge, and then hit, and then hit. Ah, nope! Dodge! Got it! Okay. Woo! All right, Tracy, well freaking done. We got like one hit left on that pipe. Fortunately, the zombie up top does not appear to climb down ladders, and thank God for that. Anything else? I'm really just looking for fabric, if I'm honest. Fabric is going to be key to my survival. Bandages and stuff I will need, but not this second. What do we have in here? Looks like nothing. Good. What is this? Hold on. There's somebody talking on the radio? If you're out there, Dad, anyone, please, I need help. What? We can recruit a survivor. It's Joe. Don't leave me for dead. What? You look like a certain someone. Like, is it just me, or is he a little bit like Jeff Goldblum? Just a little bit. Different hair and stuff, different complexion, but I mean, I don't know. For some reason, he looks a little like, if you squint, Jeff Goldblum. Anyway, okay, so he has lots of backpack space, gains an extra component for every dismantled item, would be great later, has a serious problem if he gets hungry. If I use him and Wayne and interchange who is doing scavenging every day, I could see this being very, very good for us in the long term, especially once we start dismantling items. I'm going to say happy to have you. Hopefully that was not a mistake. And then I'm going to wait for the zombie to pass up ahead and see if we can take it down. There it is. There it goes. Climb up. I need to do a quick sneak attack, hopefully. Got to get there faster than this, faster than this. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Gotcha. Okay. Boom. Weapon destroyed. We got the perfect use out of it. Nice. Potential shelter. We've gotten everything. And there's a garden, if we ever want that in the future. 2 new places located, Fire Station and Hackett Construction. I don't know if we're discovering places we already discovered or if they're always new, but I mean, I'm just gonna assume that always new is good. So with all threats cleared, now I can just kind of look around and just grab whatever I think that I want. And basically, I'm just gonna assume that raw materials are good right now, and anything I can disassemble later can effectively be ignored, at least for now. We haven't got ourselves a dismantling bench. And I think that's about it. Okay, very, very good. Well done, Tracy. Good mama. Let's get back to that shelter. So yeah, I'm right. We did get some additional people. I don't know how many people we can ultimately have in a single shelter, but there we go. Wayne should be feeling a fair bit better, and that's a lot of useful equipment. So, with the strange markings, what have we discovered here? There's a stencil looking like a crude circular maze. We should see if there are any more around the city. Something to unlock in escape plans. What does that mean? Well, if I open up our inventory, we can see not only all of our items, we can see more information about our different characters and what their current states are, what their traits are, and then also we can see more about the escape plans. This is ultimately, I assume, how we would win the game and get out of the city. In this case, we have found the first of 3 leads. So you have to explore all these different locations, and hopefully that'll give us a way to get out of the city and effectively win the game. Joe, what can we do with you? Well, you're getting a little on the hungry side, but we can get that communal area. Definitely build that up so we can deal with some sanity issues. And then, yeah, Wayne, I think it's time for you to go scavenging one more time. Could always go back to Griffith & Sons, but at this time I kind of found most of the stuff that I think I care about. Red Mile gas station. I'm just looking to see if there's anything here that might have more of those clues for our scavenging. Yeah, I think Hackett might have been one of the places with the lead. Hang on, I just want to check real quick. Escape plans, it said something. No, I'm wrong. Harshaw. Southborough and Harshaw are where we would want to go. Oh, they're neighborhoods. Oh. So exploring up here in this blue area, one of these has a lead, and something in this green area should have some leads. Got it. Well, I guess I'll choose, like, let's say this Red Mile gas station for another location. Bring along a few weapons. I'm going to leave the lockpicks for now. I feel like you always have to come back to a place twice, probably. And this will have to be okay for the moment. And we will end this action and do one more round of scavenging before we call this video. Once again, I have no idea what to expect over here. Okay, hopefully, though, it'll be easy for us. It's dark, though. I feel like at night, it's got to be harder to see the zombies. I might be wrong on that. I just sort of assume that's the case. And if so, yeesh, that's going to be scary. We have some hiding spots. That's good to know. If there's going to be a passing zombie patrol, we'll make good use of it. I wonder if it's possible to, like, draw their attention and then, like, duck behind a corner. You know? Maybe. Let's quickly get back here, because I don't know. Are you going to patrol, or are you good? You chill? You seem like you might be chill. So we're gonna not be chill and smack you in the back of the head. There we go. Problem solved. Did we just get some noise, though? I thought I just heard something. I hear a zombie somewhere. I hear it. You can't tell me I don't. Oh, it's on the stairs. Okay, hold on. Maybe we're gonna have to book it out of here in a second. I think maybe I should have brought some of those bottles along. I'm starting to see those as very useful. Like, is there any other weapons I can make use of here? Because, like, I feel like I need something better than a nearly broken rake. Broken glass bottles were not what I had in mind. I mean, I brought a frying pan. It's just it's going to make so much noise that it could betray me horribly. Can I climb up this? Oh, I can climb up this. All right, we have another avenue. Maybe we're fine. I'm officially upstairs. Just go ahead and fill our pockets for now. Is that seriously a cavalry saber? Who's got a Civil War weapon over here? I have no idea. But I like it. I'm going to protect that thing with my life. Maybe we can repair it later, you know? Is there a way to repair weapons? Maybe. Now, if that zombie is still on the stairs, and he is, I'm going to assume we can do a little back stabby. So let's get up behind you, and BAM! Dude, I do not want to use this cavalry saber, all right? This thing is beautiful. I'm going to hold on to it for the entire game and never use it. Don't tell me you haven't done the same thing with, like, every RPG ever made. You have. Okay, there's another zombie sitting over there. So if I were to go through this right now, I will definitely draw attention, plus this guy's facing my way, so if I don't want to fight multiple zombies, that's a great idea. I don't want to fight multiple zombies, so let's see if we can find another route. Sneaky Wayne, that's what they call me. Looks like we can vault our way through here, but if I were to drop down, I will end up right next to the zombies. Unless I can jump across the light fixtures, I'm going to go with no. So I guess now is a great time to test my theory that we will be able to run and duck. Okay, get your attention. Hi, how's it going? Okay, no, don't call for help. No, don't call for help. Wham, wham. Okay, run. Run. He's really fast. Okay, and we're going to hide right here. No, face the other way, please. Okay, let's see if he comes out. No? If he doesn't come out, then we can just do hit and run tactics, and that would be hilarious. Nope, here he comes. Oh, God. Okay, nope. That didn't work. He definitely saw me. Okay, hit him. Dodge. Hit him. Up. Hit him. Oh, my gosh, this thing has so much health. Okay, we're good. Okay. So yes, they can see you from a really long ways away, it turns out. All right, that one's just patrolling. It doesn't know what's going on quite yet. So maybe we can do something about that one. Either that, or it is lulling me into a false sense of security just because it's super slow. No, I think we're good. I don't think it actually knows where I am. I think we could possibly do a stabby. Yep. Yep. Just turn around, my friend. Turn around. There we go. That'll do the job. And blammo! Well, say goodbye to that weapon. Hope I didn't need that for anything. So that clears out this area for now. I hear more zombies. Can we climb up this? No, that's too much to hope for. So we're not done yet still, huh? Oh my gosh, this place. Ah! Okay, it's coming in. It's about to break through the door. I saw it moving. Hang on. Run, hide. I need to get I have a weapon. It's a broken bottle, but it's a weapon. Come on, did you see me? Come on, I need to know. Frick me! Did you see me? You're right there, I can't tell. Okay, it did see me for sure. It was just gonna call for help, and I'm not gonna let it do that. Let's go ahead and take it down. What do you mean, weapon destroyed? All right, punch it. Punch it. We can win with our fists. Probably. Dodge. There we go. Okay. See, who needs a weapon when I got knuckles? Oh, just use the cavalry saber. No, this thing is precious. I will protect it with my life. Please tell me that's it. That's not it. There's another zombie. Oh my god. All right, this one should be an easy stealth kill. Sneaky, sneaky. Screwdriver. Okay, solves that. Please don't break. Okay, we actually do have durability left on that weapon. Nice. Sugar. These are things that could be very useful later. And it looks like that might be the end of the map, but that's not good enough because I want to get onto the roof. There should be a vantage point here somewhere, right? Hello! We found more zombies already. That's fine. Sneak attack! Problem solved. There's another zombie up top. Or is that a person? If that's a zombie, it looks suspiciously alert. I don't want to head back to the shelter yet. I'm missing something. There is a way to get up there. I know that there is. Can I climb up here? Oh, I can! Okay, see? Now we're looking around, we're figuring things out. Is there anything dangerous up here? Anything I should be aware of? Fabric, thank you. Vantage point, find a couple more places. I definitely haven't seen these before, so that's definitely something new I can use. And I swear that looks like a normal person. You learned how ladders work. Do I look like a zombie? No. Okay? So who are you? Barb, I'll be damned. You're not one of them at all. Sorry for calling you a fricker. Didn't expect company. I didn't expect to find someone out here either. So what's your story? I'm gonna assume you ain't here for gas. I'm just looking for supplies. Eh? Careful now. That's how I ended up stuck here. It ain't about leaving. It's about my gear. Stuck? You could take the ladder down. I got a lot of useful stuff in my trunk, but I can't get to the car. Where is it? Inside. Brought her in only a day before everything went to hell. Could have been long gone if she'd been up and running. Well, I've already cleared this area out, so like, is this a problem really though? But yes, if you want to help, I can teach you a trick for sweet talking the lock open. You want me to take your stuff? No, I want me to take me with you. Oh gosh, okay, so we're gonna have a very large group pretty soon. Do we want to recruit Barb? She is a gunsmith and a whittler, so she's really good at making me lots of weapons. But she really hates eating her vegetables. She sounds like a Texan, all right, definitely. All right, fine, sure, I'll have her, why not? Now we just gotta get down from here. That's fine, it's fine. What did you leave in the trunk of your car? She said it was inside, right? Well, I already opened those. Wait a minute. You said you... Where's the car? I already opened those. Hello? Barb? All right, I feel like you've already misled me. I'm just gonna leave you here for the zombies. Maybe I messed something up in the order of things. I have no idea. I was hoping she had like a shotgun in the trunk. That would have been hilarious. Ah, well, I think we got enough stuff for the moment. And our party grows. Probably way too large. How many people can we have? I don't know. Anyway, at least we finally have the communal area. Good, so we can start regenerating some sanity. We can get a medical area, I can get my workbench upgraded, and we absolutely should be doing that. Tracy over here could do, well, she needs to get her sanity up. Let's go take care of that first. Barb, what is wrong with you? You have a bruised rib. Treat with a bandage. I guess I could do that, sure. We'll have you cook up a few meals. And then Mr. Joe Goldblum over here would have to do some more scouting for us. And I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff to be had. But I think that's gonna have to be enough for us today. We definitely know how this game works now. So yeah, if you enjoy games like this War of Mine, I'm really not sure how you don't end up enjoying a game like Into the Dead. I think this is a really cool, compelling concept. Like, I've been looking forward to this game for a while, and this has not disappointed. I can see a huge amount of replayability and variance in this game. And I managed to play this pretty well, but I promise you, there are definitely moments when everything can go super wrong, super fast, and you've got to book it. It is an adrenaline game. Absolutely worth your time, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this game shapes up during early access. Thank you all very much for watching, and once again, a big thank you to the publisher for sponsoring today's video. If you like what you saw as you watched this video and you want to learn more about Into the Dead and its early access, or try out the free demo, there is going to be a link in the description down below. Otherwise, I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.